This is Reepham, and I suspect that this is the market square. The reason I suspect this is because you're not allowed to park on a Wednesday, and it seems like as good a place as any to have a market square. And quick look around. I've got to say, this pub, I mean, wonderful decor, traditional. Market's been here since 1277, and want to see why. Well, obviously I'd want to film the first cabriolet of the year, with the roof down, of course. And we have a magnificent church again. So this is the Church of St Mary in Reepham, and first thing that stood out to me was this font. Square shaped, it's a Norman font, or so I'm told. Another thing that stands out to me is how lively it is in here. Now, I've filmed quite a few churches in Norfolk recently, but I haven't seen any as lively as this. And you can see there's quite a lot going on. And I just met a lady outside, and she told me that they have prayers in here every day except Saturdays. And we can see how lively it is. We have even a children's corner and bookstore, and certainly a lot going on inside. Wonderful heraldic design up there. I don't know what it represents. Was it the lion and the unicorn? Is that the royal sign? I don't really know. Here we have a tomb which is it's quite unusual. I've never actually seen anything like this, and I'm led to believe that there's only 2 or 3 in Britain of this type. So, well, we can see a knight. He's lying on a bed of stones, and judging by the type of armour, it's 14th century, and it's said to be the tomb of Sir William de Kurdistan. Now, he died in 1361. He fought under Edward II in the Scottish Wars, allegedly, because, for example, Bannockburn was when 1314, so he died 47 years later. He was also said to have fought with the Black Prince, and, for example, that culminated in the Battle of Crecy, which was some 30 years later. Apparently, there can be seen remains of medieval paint. When the light's good now, but I can't see any. But apparently there is some there. And now this probably did fall into a bit of disarray or whatever, disuse, or the paint was lost at the time of the Reformation, when they went smashing things up and not keeping things as they could have done, trying to force a new religion on people. And now there's also an angel with a shield somewhere. Who's protecting him? Difficult to believe that it was painted once. Well, supposedly there's 12 weepers. I just remember that. Can't see them now. There's got a dog there. Or was it a warthog? I can't quite decide. Ah, there's the weepers. It's not 12 of them, but there's some of them there. Now, under the carpet, there's a brass. And have a look at that now. So, at the very head of the church, we have this magnificent brass, which would have been placed here, showing the importance of the families, because only the richest and the elitist could have this privilege. Unfortunately, being here does leave that the brass can be damaged. People walking up and down. That's why there's a carpet, which I have exposed. So here in this brass, we've got Sir William and his wife Cecily de Kurdistan, and the same family of the knight, and they were married in some prestigious families, including that of Chaucer, who was a well-known writer, of course. There's one similar one of Sir Hugh Hastings in Elsing Church, and more people. That's better known. And unfortunately most of the damage to this would seem to have been done in the last 150 years or so. And but even so, look, it's pretty magnificent. I'm going to get in as close as I can to it. There you are. Doesn't seem very happy. I suppose he's dead, so he won't be. Well, she doesn't seem very happy either. Quite, yeah, very impressive. So why put 3 churches in one churchyard? Well, the reason for that is because of the 3 boundaries, Reepham I should say, Whitwell and Hackford. And one of the churches was destroyed in a fire in 1545, but the other 2 are still here. This is the oldest one, Reepham. It's the one which is now in use, the St. Mary's. St. Michael behind is now used as a church hall and things of that nature, village hall, when things are needed. So this is what, 14th century. Unusual position for the tower, which is entered from there, below the royal crest. I think this is pretty impressive, really. I think that's a rather odd place to put an organ. And there's an even odder place to put the church tower. And the door at that is 600 years old. All the locks probably new. Stained glasses from 18th century. There's a very strong military presence, as we often see in these churches. Oh, that's an animal carving. It's medieval. Just noticed it. And there isn't any more of them. That's this. Pig. What's a dog? Don't know. Amazing. St. Michael's Church is being done up, well, although it isn't usually it's a church any longer. And it's got quite, for a medieval church, it's got quite a modern entrance, as I will demonstrate. And the walls of the All Saints Church are over there somewhere. It's a new entranceway. Got quite a posh thing in Norwich Cathedral as well, which is similar. And in front we have the wall of the church that was burnt down in 1545, if my memory serves me correct. That's a pretty good name for a street. This is from the western side of the market square, or market place as it's called, there, and on the Reepham Road. Oh, and there's a railway line here too as well. although that is a tourist one. And at this end of the market square we find, I thought it was the village well, maybe it isn't the well, don't know, maybe it's part of the pub. No, I think it's part of the pub. Unusual place to put a well anyway.